Hey, good evening, everyone. How's it going? It's Michelle Ship here. I'm the business page owner of WHAM Solutions with Michelle Ship here on Facebook. Thanks so much for joining me this Thursday evening. Hopefully your day was wonderful. If you're just joining us live or seeing the replay, go ahead and comment below. Say hello so I know that you're here. Today we're going to be talking about stepping out of comfort zones and learning how to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I thought this topic was really relevant, especially if you're a home business owner in network marketing. I was on this training today with Brendon Burchard, and it was really enlightening, and I took some great notes, and I want to share it with you guys here on the page. So let's get right into it. So we're talking about comfort zones here. So over the years and over the time, ever since you're a child, many times parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles, they often encourage you to focus on your strengths and develop a career around your strengths and some of the things that you're really good at, because those are the things that you ultimately feel comfortable in doing, right? And somewhere along the lines, people confuse strengths with being comfort, and how that's the best way to carry out your life, just by being comfortable, right? And so that's what creates your comfort zone, and everybody's encouraging you to do something that's in your comfort zone, because both you and the other person from the outside is saying, wow, they're good at this strength, they have this quality, this skill, so they should definitely pursue a career in that. And so that's what keeps us in that bubble, in that comfort zone. But oftentimes, even as a child, sometimes your dreams and your career goals are very lofty, and you have lots of big aspirations that's way beyond and outside of that comfort zone. And it may be even career goals and aspirations that you can never even dream, like you can't even imagine yourself doing that, right? And it just seems so far-fetched, you know? But we have to understand that even as an adult, all of those dreams that we had as a child can still become a reality if we're willing to step out of our comfort zone and do something out of the norm, right? And we always say that with entrepreneurship and having a home business, it's definitely a road that's less traveled than other professions out there. And it's definitely more of a person who wants to actually build and design a lifestyle that's extravagant for themselves, as opposed to living under the terms and conditions of other people, like a boss. So when you have a dream, you have an aspiration, definitely it may be a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but definitely even as an adult, I suggest that you go for it. And the reason being is because, yes, you may not have all of the skills and all of the, abilities to do that, but instead of saying, oh no, I'm never going to pursue that career goal because it's so far-fetched, my family wouldn't even support it, and it's just so out there, I don't even know the way to get there, the pathway to get there. Instead of thinking about that, you should instead change your mindset and think about this question. Think about, okay, what is it that I actually need to do to actually grow in that area, to be able to serve people in that area, regardless of what my comfort is. So you may need to, yes, develop some skills, but it can become a reality for you if you're willing to just be a little bit different, put in some, work behind it, and develop the skills that you need to be successfully carrying out that career goal. And it's so funny because I know when I was a child, and I had lots of things that I wanted to do, and sometimes you have family members that just say, oh no, you're not good at that, so don't do that, you should do this because this is your area. And then when I was in high school and then in college, I had no experience in business. I didn't even study business in school, nor did I study health and wellness, which is my niche, my industry. And I did not have any skills in marketing at all, online or offline, and definitely not in prospecting. Yes, I knew how to use a computer, and I knew how to find my way around, and I was comfortable with talking with people, but I didn't have the best communication skills either, and I was really actually pretty shy, actually. And even though I didn't have all those skill sets and those qualities, I knew that I wanted to have a better way for my family. I knew I wanted to design a lifestyle that's going to be more sufficient for my family, something that's solid, something that's, you know, going to provide flexibility, security, but also grow into a better version of myself as I'm developing over the years. So I felt that the answer to fulfill all of that was to have a home business where I had that, you know, that stability, that, you know, I always have my role here without someone taking it away with layoffs and stuff, you know, being in control of your income, having quality time with family, having flexibility and not having to report to anyone. So I found all of those things residing in a home business. So that's why I got started. And even though I didn't have the skill set or have the business mindset or even knew how to prospect anyone or knew how to place, you know, do some types of advertisements, I knew that I had a work ethic, and I knew that I was really looking to do something better. So I was going to put some emphasis and some work behind it to develop and grow into the person I need to become in order to be successful. So that's how we have to think about when we have something that we really want to go after and shoot for. We need to think about how can we become that person that's going to be successful in that role, despite despite your inabilities or skill sets that you have currently, okay? So what you need to do is just think about, okay, it may not be comfortable, but I'm willing to get a little bit uncomfortable and learn and develop myself so I can become better, so I can be very successful and obtain that career goal and that dream, because it's important. All of our dreams, they're important to us, so we definitely should try to fulfill it and not try to just limit ourselves because our current situation where we are right now today, because it's not going to be that way always. So what I'm just basically trying to say is that we can't limit our vision for ourselves based on our current capabilities, and we should often be, I feel that we often should be sharing a lot of our goals out loud with others, and some, even as a child, sharing. I always encourage my children, you know, what is it you like to do? What do you like to do? What would you like to learn to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? It's good to kind of get the kids thinking about this when they're young, and then encouraging them, you know, even if they're not good in certain skills, maybe encourage them along their journeys as they age, to learn different skills, maybe in art or in writing or in journalism or whatever it is that your child wants to do. So it's important to support them along the way as well. And sometimes I feel that we make decisions for our careers because that's what other people want of us, you know, and we want to, as a person, we want to be in a sense of belonging always, and having other people having other people accepting of us. And yes, I know it's great to have that, to have people accepting, but it's not something that's really needed and necessary. Having people accepting of you. You should definitely try to be very comfortable in your own shoes, because you're the one that's actually living that lifestyle. You're the one that's carrying out that career goal, not someone else. You're the one that's learning, you know, doing the do in order to be successful in that career. So just go for it, regardless of what other people around you are saying. And often, there was also something mentioned in training talking about, you know, when you have a goal and you may be feeling like you don't know how to get there, think about yourself 20 years from now, and say that your 20-year-old self comes back to you at this point in time, this present time. You know, what type of advice would that person give to you? You know, because this person has been courageous over the years, they achieved all the things, but a lot of times each of us have these self-limiting beliefs of what we feel we're capable in doing. You know, it may be having a home business, it may be going back to school, it may be doing something, you know, traveling the world. There's a lot of different desires and aspirations we have. And what would your 20-year-old self say to you? You know, I'm sure they would say, okay, you know, since they're very mature, if you want to go ahead and pursue that career, go for it now while you're young, you're healthy, you know. It doesn't matter what all the people and all the noise say around you, just go ahead and go for it, because look at where I am today, you know. So think about that conversation and try to use that when you're trying to really evaluate what you want to do, and that will kind of help move you in the direction that you need to go. And yes, when you start moving in that direction, when you need to go to fulfill those career goals, you may feel a little paralyzed, right? And you may be a little bit fearful because it is outside of your comfort zone. But just know that that resistance that you have at that point in time it's a good feeling, you know, and it's like your body may be saying, oh my God, you're about to take a step outside of this thing, and that you might freeze. But just know that that step forward is basically where you're going to have your breakthrough. It's where you're going to see all the magic happen, and it's where you're going to see yourself really grow into the person that you truly deep down inside want to become. And even though there may be barriers, you know, as soon as you make that decision, you step out, you may see resistance, you may see like barriers and obstacles, one after another in front of like little soldiers marching in front of you, trying to get, and you're just like, get out of my way, and just kind of going through because you're so focused on that goal. And just know that with those obstacles, as you're progressing outside of your comfort zone, that's going to be showing you a lesson. It's going to be teaching you a lesson that you then can share back with people around you, maybe your family, maybe your team, you know, because a lot of people are, you know, trying to step up and do something better with their lives, whether it's a career change or maybe they want to be self-employed, but they're a little bit fearful. But seeing somebody that actually did it and had obstacles along the way and barriers and all this, you know, nonsense, but still pushed through and made that breakthrough, you know, that person is a inspiration for you. And you can definitely share those stories with other people who are trying to follow your own way, your own path. So I just felt like this topic was so, you know, dead on, because it's a lot of, you know, as an entrepreneur, there's lots of times when you're feeling uncomfortable. And there's lots of things along the journey to success that's going to make you uncomfortable. But as an entrepreneur, you need to understand that you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable so that you can find your success. And despite what everybody says around you, I know, yes, you want to have a sense of belonging and accepting of others, and you want people to like you, but that's not necessary for your success. You know, a lot of people are very drawn and attracted to people who may be a little bit quirky or a little bit different in going against the grain, because they were courageous and they put aside, you know, all of that. They put the blinders on and just said, hey, I may not have the skills today, but I'm going to grow and develop myself so that I can get those skills, so I can make that breakthrough in my life and reach that career goal that I'm really striving to attain. And it may take, you know, it may take a long time, may not just be overnight, but if you keep striving each day consistently, it definitely will come over time. So I wanted to share this. It's definitely a deep topic. But it definitely spoke to my heart when I was learning about this today. And this is why personal development as an entrepreneur is so important, because you'll find in everything you're reading or listening to little things that can really make a difference in your own journey, you know, as an entrepreneur. And it will also make you shift your mindset to what's really important in life, because sometimes we're just so caught up with the day-to-day, you know, and in our comforts that we wake up, we take a shower, we do things around the house, we make our breakfast, we bring the kids to here, and we're just caught up with the day-to-day. But when are we really just living in the moment and really thinking about our actions throughout the day? And what are we working towards each day? Are we just kind of being robotic? You know, life is more to it. It's deeper meaning. And if you try to live your life each and every day trying to fulfill your aspiration, your career goals, and really work towards becoming the best version of yourself, you're going to see so much light at the end of the tunnel and so much fulfillment inside as well, that's going to help you become, number one, a better business owner, and definitely a better person, you know, for your family. I see it myself, you know, being a mother. Network marketing in the industry definitely helps you become a better person all around. You know, a better wife, a better mother, a better daughter, a better friend, a better teammate, you know, all of that, if you're really truly working the business as it should be, with incorporating lots of personal development along the way. So hopefully this message, you know, resided with you guys. Hopefully you gained some value from it. It's just very important to make sure you always step out of your comfort zone, because that's when you're going to see the breakthroughs in your life. And if you did receive some value from this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. And feel free to share or tag a teammate as well if you feel that this would be beneficial for them as well. Hey, if you're open and you'd like to have some more great training just like this, I do have a personal mastermind group here on Facebook. Would love to invite you to be a part of that. I do more daily Facebook Lives and trainings and inspiration as well for other folks who are looking for that in home-based business. So I look forward to connecting with you guys soon. Have a beautiful rest of the evening. Talk with you then. Bye.